Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So I would love to start this video with a question. So how do you most frequently compare yourself to? And if you're not sure, try this question. Who have you compared yourself to in the last 24 hours? And again, if you're still not sure, think of the last time you checked your Facebook or Instagram feed. Which updates made you feel envious or made you feel as if your life paled in comparison? Every day, we are bombarded with images of the unattainable ideal. Gorgeous genetic anomalies are photographed with perfect lighting, photoshopped and plastered on every advertisement and magazine cover. These images make women feel like crap, and guys wish they had hotter girlfriends or wives. The effect is the same in reverse for guys viewing photos of very powerful men. After a long day, you're tired and already feel like you're doing your best when you make eye contact with the playboy, centerfold, or the powerful man or man's health and think, if only I had that. I know, it's really hard to be on social media and not compare yourself to others. Your body isn't good enough, your wardrobe isn't trendy enough, and your house isn't pottery barn enough. It might even make you feel like you aren't enough. I'm talking to myself too. I'm totally fascinated and intrigued by how these beautiful, successful people live their lives. If I'm not careful, I can wind up spending hours a week scrolling through the lives of these people I may or may not even know, and it leaves me feeling not so great about myself. And guys, you know it already. Yes, you know it. You know you shouldn't compare yourself to others. Yet, that's often easier said than done. Job title, income, grades, house, and Facebook likes, the number of categories in which we can compare ourselves to others are infinite. So is the number of people we can compare ourselves to. Comparison is generally the fast track to unhappiness. It's a recipe for misery. All it does is keeping you focused on what you don't like about yourself and your life. I always catch myself glancing over to what other people have and I don't, where they were in their lives and I wasn't. And the more I focus on their path and not on my own, the more I lost control. Eventually, I reached a point where I questioned my decision, and that's when I knew I had to change perspective quickly. I almost always regret it when I let my guard down and start scrolling. I will inevitably see something that makes me feel bad about myself or my life, or something else that makes me feel envious that I'm missing something from my life that others have, something I probably wasn't even thinking of until I saw it. So I made a goal to stop comparing myself to others, and let me tell you, it has not been easy. With 24 hours access to view the best parts of everyone else's lives right on my phone, I know exactly how I measure up against every other mom, wife, and speaker with a social media account. Comparisons steal our joy, our paychecks, and our sanity. If we don't stop comparing ourselves to others, we will constantly spend money and mental energy just trying to keep up. We need to break the comparison cycle because it's a game we will never win. Because comparison is the thief of joy. So guys, I've come up to some realistic ways to stop comparing yourselves to others. So this is something I'm still working on myself. However, I can share with you some specific steps I've taken and principles I've applied to my own life to help me take my eyes off of other people and put them back on creating a life I love. The last thing I want is to set you up with a grand goal that's easier said than done. I promise you, this isn't just another just stop doing it video because sure, we get it. Why didn't you think of that? So let's get real for a minute. We want to look at examples that actually happen in real life. Disclaimer, these ones have literally all happened to us, and see if we can learn a thing or two together. And keep in mind that it's a journey, and the work to stop comparing yourself to others is never really done. So, guys, this is the first step. Your social media feed is full of distorted realities. So, repeat after me: social media is just a highlight reel. One more time so that it really sinks in. Social media is just a highlight reel. The perfectly incandescently happy posts you see on social media are just a snapshot of that person's life. One moment in time that gets documented and posted. And maybe it really was a perfect moment where that person felt so much joy they decided to share it with the world. But there are also many struggles that we don't see. Social media is a distorted reality where we won't ever really get the full picture. And another step is to repeat your priorities when you start to forget. You know you're not a person who values money more than job satisfaction. You know that, and yet you still feel like crap when you hear how much more your friend earns. That envy eats away at you, even though you would never actually work in that field. This is good to think about your priorities. Make a quick list and jot down 3 or 4 things that you want in life more than anything. Focus on what it will take to achieve these goals, and that should snap you out of it. That pull towards validation is normal, and if you catch yourself wrapped up in it, bring it back to your priorities. And the other step, and this step is very important, is to remember how unique you are. You hear this all the time, but only because it's so true, and your mothers will agree with us when we say you're all special and unique and individually beautiful. Not a single other soul is exactly like you. And another step is to practice self-care. So running a hot bath and pouring yourself a glass of juice can be great self-care. But we can take it even further. Self-care can involve honest and continuous introspection. It's a process of looking inward and seeing what you find. I kept a journal and jot down my thoughts, particularly when I was in self-esteem spiral. Once those thoughts were on page, I had the power to observe them and decide whether or not they were true or just a result of me feeling inadequate. I was able to unpack them and decipher where they may have come from, and it was incredibly freeing. It wasn't always easy. Confronting some of my darker feelings was hard, but looking them straight in the eye gave me the power to begin moving forward. And guys, be proactive. Yes, I felt clearer on my unique talents, skills, and qualities. I was much more confident. I felt lighter. I wasn't feeling burdened by feelings of inadequacy anymore or worrying about hiding my jealousy. I could celebrate my friend's success as well as my own. Comparing myself made me feel lost. It had deprived me of joy and made me feel miserable. The self-doubt I was feeling played out in other areas of my life. I wasn't always present with friends because I was playing the comparison game in my head. Dates were doomed to failure because I didn't feel good about myself from the start. Everyone should have a clearer focus on what they wanted in life and how they could get it. I didn't feel burdened by the self-doubt that had held me back before. Shaking off comparison had allowed me to enjoy life again. Breaking free from comparison is not a linear journey. There are bumps in the road, moments of insecurity and doubt, but maintaining the practice will help you keep your self-esteem on an even keel. There will always be someone prettier, more talented, intelligent, bubbly, or outgoing. For me, The trick is knowing the unique value of what I bring to the table. So, guys, focus on you. Focus on watering your grass and building your path. Focus on being the best that you can be and share that with the rest of us. You got this. Please stay unique, stay soulful, stay wild, stay authentic, stay kind, stay beautiful, and most importantly, stay you, because you are amazing. So thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you like it, and see you next time. Bye. Bye, and comment.